Hey guys, Papa Rome's here. I just got it done in Pennsylvania on the second to last day of the season. When my grandfather's 35 here, Remington, put a red dot on it. That thing was wicked sick. But I had to feed everything, walk my oversized dog that ripped my shoulder off. And it happened. I put it back on this morning. And basically we're gonna go out and still hunt. I have, for this zone, 3 doe tags. I have a buck tag. Try to save battery. It's very cold temperatures. We're down, we were in the teens, 15 earlier, and now we're headed up, and we'll see what happens. I brought a charger to try to keep up. I have very old equipment. I don't have good stuff, so the batteries die quick. And we'll just see. We're gonna do a lot of walking, still hunting until I could cut a track. If I could even keep on a track with the amount of snow here, I don't know if I'll be able to, but I got a long drive in. If I cut a track here, maybe I'll take it, maybe I won't, and we'll see what happens. I was supposed to go up to Maine, and I really wanted to get to Maine this year, but unfortunately, circumstances, I wasn't able to. But I was supposed to go up with Steve from Haynesville Woods Outdoors. Check out his channel. He's got a great channel, a lot of really cool content, and so I just wanted to give a shout out, check him out, because I was supposed to leave. They were accommodating me to come in also. Like, they didn't have the room and they made room, and I just feel really bad that I didn't make it up there. So go check him out, and we'll hope, you know, leave him a comment, let him know I sent you there, and we'll talk. Stay tuned, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to our channels. Well, we only have a couple days left in the season here for PA, and I tried to go out this morning, and then I had to go back home real quick for something going on at the house. And now I got 3 hours, actually I got 2.5 hours left to hunt today, because gotta get out of here. So there's a huge chunk of land. I was in here the other day. I jumped that big buck. Long story short, I am dressed ultra light, ultra light. Like, I'm already frozen, and I didn't even get after it. So what I'm gonna be doing is running. And I haven't done this in a long time, but I've had a lot of luck over the years with it. And I notice if you get up on the deer quickly, they'll just sit there. Like in the years past, I remember watching videos of Lanny Benoit talking about it. Said a lot of time in the beds, you could just walk right up on them. Well, we used to do this all the time as kids and growing up. That got the red dot on. And what we would do is you just basically go on them, and they don't have time. I did it on my PA buck how many years ago, like 3 years ago or whatever, the smart PA buck. I was tracking him, and I did the final swing on him, and I didn't give him enough time, and I walked right up within 40 yards of him. That's the plan. I'm dressed ultra light, and I'm just kind of try to do 3.5, 4 miles to come back out, and I only have like 2.5 hours, so I'd better get my ass in gear. Stopped. I'm down in the low part. I always work the top high ridges here so I could catch them out running.
But with the high wind and the cold temperatures, I have a funny feeling they're down in here. Down in this thick shit. So the only thing I have is a good odds that if I push them out and they go running up, I catch them on the ridges. But I have a 35, I can't shoot too far. In the next mile to 2.5 miles, I better catch something in here. I should usually, I jump them out. But shooting a doe back here is gonna suck, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I've been on some big tracks in here. Quite a bit of them going all around.
Right. Bah. Rah.
Just jumped them way at the top.
Bah.
Two big ones. Two big ones right up there. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna see what they're doing. That's crazy. They were right there watching me come out of this shit. I might have pushed them out, but they were moving pretty hard. Damn it. Man, I almost let it fly on that one. Okay, so it was a mother and a fawn. They came right up here and took off. To be honest, I don't even know if the 35 would have hit that. It was so far out, like 200 yards. I'm dialed in at 100. So what I'm gonna do is I gotta go that way anyway. I'm gonna actually pull a big swing about, I don't know, 1/16 to 1/4 of a mile. And then I'm gonna just see if there are those valleys down there. So I've been following this doe now for a little while. It's a few of them, but there's a little fawn that's like kind of staying on their heavy run. So I'm just trying to pick up on it.
I don't know if the road is accessible, but there are no tire tracks down here. I got 3 doe tags, a bear tag, and a buck tag. I'm on public land. This area gets hit so hard, but nobody's been in here today. We're about to get 30 to 50 mile an hour gusts. Wind falls down everywhere. I hope I don't get stuck back on this road. And here comes the wind. Snow's blowing. And I can't wait to get after it, so we'll see what happens.
You know those days that you're like, I'm gonna kill? I don't know if I'm gonna kill, but I think I'm gonna jump deer. I'm ready to roll. I just readjusted all my stuff. I got binos on for the first time ever. I've never hunted with them, but with the red dot, I wanna kind of pick apart the woods. And still haven't cut a track, so I'm gonna get on it pretty hard. Get in another maybe half mile, and then I'll slow it down and start working the ridges real. Okay, I just came into 2 tracks. One looks like a younger buck and a doe, or a doe and a fawn. Very hard to tell. Really hard to tell, but one has 2 claws, one's looking like a buck. So I've been kind of in and out with this. It looks like a doe and a fawn, or a doe with a buck, because there was a tree going out and he actually went out wide on it. So if he's got antlers, I intend to find out, but I'm kind of just walking the ridge and they were going feeding on these ferns. They're like up on top here. And I'm just trying to get in here quiet, but I think they just turned in bed down want to go high, they could skirt me and go up high and turn around and watch me. The wind is swirling all over, and the scrub will make it very difficult to walk really hard, walking loud. But the wind is whipping, so it's really good cover. There's a really big rub down there. I came here 2 years ago. I had a 10-pointer, and I doubt anybody shot him. But there's a big buck working this ridge. It's old, but they're in here. Ooh, it's blowing hard. There's a big buck working this mountaintop. It's old, his tracks, but this is a good spot because it's a thick swamp, and the mountaintop here blocks the wind going in there. So they're getting out of the wind down in that hole. I'm just gonna stop. I got a Choco Fuel hydrate I'm gonna have, and some beef jerky. Sit here for maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, and then get back to it.
Most fresh scrape I've seen yet this season. I haven't really seen a lot of scrapes. I don't know why. But I'm gonna work this bridge. I already dropped just at 50, 80 feet down. The wind goes over. So I have a feeling they're gonna be backed up in that swamp. Maybe I'll get lucky.
I wish I found this spot 2 to 3 years ago. It is tore up in here. Look at this. They're bedded in that swamp right now, I guarantee it. But their tracks are ripping up everything hard. It's pretty wild. Man, what a good spot to post in here. I have a feeling I'm gonna kick them out. They're in here now. They're feeding on this moss. What a good spot, but I think I can't tell with the snow, but it looks like they came up. The ones that I was on earlier, they fed, and I think they're in this swamp right now. There's no point in me trying to push them out of here. What a good spot. Alright. Like 30 minutes later, I kept doing big circles. And I knew there was a buck in there, and I found him. He came out, and he's going up the big ridges into the mountain. Never been here, and I'm just gonna keep on him. If I could keep up on his track, I might get a shot at him looking down at me. They were just feeding and scraping, so I have a good shot. He's fresh. He doesn't look like a monster. Any legal buck, I'm happy. There is a monster in this mountain. He's hitting the rubs hard. And there's his tracks. They're old, coming down. Probably about 3-4 days ago or more. Wow, look at that. That is a big deer. Oh, I love this spot. I've never been in here. I really like it a lot.
Alright, so I just stopped to change my GoPro back. Who let this guy with ADHD out in the mountain? Anyway, I just stopped to change my battery on my GoPro. and pop up my GPS, see where the freak I am. 'Cause I've been walking for a while, and I found one track coming off the top of the mountain there, and he's cutting right down. It looks like a buck. So I'm gonna start walking. The wind is actually coming up, so I'll be going behind him, sneaking up the way I like it. It'll be perfect. Let's see if we could get on a deer. Could see where he came down. This deer must have just came down within an hour or two. I'm gonna try to get up on him, but we're about to head into real thick shit. So we'll see what happens. They're really, really fresh. And the deer are just like cruising through all this thicket, but the wind is blocked in here. It's a really nice spot to be. I can see why the deer come in here. And there's a big buck tearing this area up. I wish I was in here pre-season, man. He's a big one. But the cool thing with tracking here in PA and parts of New York, you could be on a doe with a fawn, have doe tags, and then all of a sudden you could get onto a monster buck that you've never seen. And it's homing in your skills on tracking too. I really enjoy tracking anytime I have a chance. I'm gonna keep at it. Oh man, I stopped on this ridge. I kept following their tracks and I kept weaving in and out. I'm looking this way with my binoculars and I hear breaking through the trees. And I get up, I look in there, they go two of them. I'm pretty sure the back one was a big buck. The front one was a big body, like a big doe and a big buck. And they broke like hell to get out of here. Oh man. Alright, I'm gonna go sneak over to where they were. I'm gonna look at what their tracks are, what they're doing. And then I'm gonna just kind of give them, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I'll get on them. I've been on them all day, 148. I got time to get on them. Crazy, 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 crazy. Man, I was like a good 130 yards over there on that ridge. And I was glassing on that side with my binos. I thought I actually saw one. But I knew they were here. I was on them all morning, all afternoon. I finally jumped them, so the one in the back looked big, really big, but I couldn't tell it was too far running through. In the snow, everything looks bigger, but I got some tracks here, so I'll be able to stay on them. When it came through these trees, I heard this break. That's what I heard. And I look over, and by the time I turned this camera on, they were already too far up. I couldn't get a shot. I should have shot, but there's no point. I'm going to give them a little time, let them settle down, because they were just watching me. So it tells me they were pretty calm back here. It's very thick. And, I'll just see if I can get up on them. Yeah, this is him. There's one going that way, one going this way. And they're doing all circles, but I think I definitely saw them go up, so I gotta pick up their track. They were eating in here. Yeah. Here's a good buck. This is the one I picked up earlier, and I was trying to find him again. I was starting to pick up snow too. I think they were feeding on this down birch tree. They were nipping the buds off of it. They were all in here feeding. So they were feeding on this tree. And I see at least 3 or 4 different tracks. I only saw 2. And the 2 I saw were big. And I see one set of big buck tracks. I see a doe and I see fawns. So I'm just trying to pick up where they are. Because I think the noise I heard was them crashing through here. Trying to get away.
a rub right there on that tree, go figure. But I'm gonna try to get on him here and see. That is one angry buck. He's doing his whole mountain range through all the thick swamps. And I think that's what I just saw. In this snow coming down, I can't pick up their track. I'm doing circles. I even watched them. It's crazy how quick it came down, covered it. So I gotta do a bigger loop here. Alright, well I just picked them back up. 2 monster rubs. This buck is tearing this region, this whole ridge up. He's big, and he's side. There's a big herd that I kicked up. He's separate from the rest. They just merged. He came up the side, so he must have did a big loop, or he went down. So I gotta figure that out. I was supposed to go to Jersey this morning, and I found a lot of good buck sign in PA. We have 2 days in Jersey, 2 days in PA left with the rifle or shotgun. And I don't know, something just got into me and said, you found a buck sign, you know there's big bucks over there, and there are does. I have 3 doe tags for PA. So I'm dressed in ultra light, and I'm gonna have my Eberly stock steel frame with my pack. I got food, got the heavy MTO 50 gear, and I'm gonna be going in far, and I'm gonna be posting all day till dark. Been walking for about 35 minutes. It's taking a lot longer than expected. A lot of rock, blowdowns. But I got all day to hunt, so. Oh man, what a disaster. I couldn't get out of the laurel. It was so thick I couldn't get out, and my light is dying. I just hit the river, the stream, and I think I know at this point where I can avoid that laurel patch. Jesus, that was rough. I'm still walking, and it's just legal hunting hour to shoot. I got about probably 25 minutes before I hit where I want to be. And, wow, this laurel is rough. Alright, so this is it. It's like a series of benches, and I'm a good 70 feet up on them. They have multiple swamps, ridges, and this is their funnel trail where they usually cut through. And big rubs, so I know there's a big buck back here. And I don't think anybody shot him. It's far back. Took me almost 2 hours to get in here. So I'm gonna get changed, get set up, and make a spot here. And we'll be here for 2 days. Just as I'm about to get my spot set up, there's a bed right there. The reason why I came here is so I could actually get a shot at anything cruising through here. I'll hear them coming through, but I They're gonna walk these benches right in and out. I gotta hurry up here, get set up. Oh my god, I got him. Holy shit. Oh my god. Holy shit. There another buck was behind him. This was the bigger one. I dropped him. That was awesome. I'm gonna let him expire. I'm gonna sit down and chill out here. Oh my god. Everything was just worth it. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna down dress. Oh man, I hate dressing like this, but it's the only way to stay warm out here if you want to sit like this and wait for them. That happened so fast. I was gonna go down there and my head said, you better go here because you could see if they come up behind you. I really didn't think I would get a shot at them behind me. I thought they were gonna come like sneaking under the ridge here. Man. And I'm almost positive the last one didn't have a bigger rack. I'm almost positive he was the big one. He was leading. I mean, it's got to be 40 yards. That was a bow shot, but the lip, I couldn't even see over. I had to literally stand up. When I stood up, that one saw me. That one, he locked up like this. And all I could see is spine and that. And I just put it as low as I could. And I smacked him and everything just went to shit. I didn't even know that one took off. And when I ran over, thank God he was there. So I was right there. They came cruising. The back one, I couldn't tell what he was, but that hump he got just under that. And if he went down into that shit, I may not have got a shot. So that's why I decided to stand up and shoot at him and try to knock him down, but I ran like a bat out of hell at him. In case he was wounded, I was gonna try to get more into him. That's where he was, 10, 12 yards over. Really ain't much better than that. Oh man. I just saw how wide he was and I was like, holy crap. Cool buck. Low, wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I saw this side here and I said, no, he's legal. Otherwise, I would have had to pass him up, believe it or not. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I cannot believe this happened. I'm so blessed right now. So happy. Thanking the Lord. And I've worked so hard at it between New York and here. And when you have a family and kids and babies, and it's tough to get out. It really is tough to get out. But, man, I'm just so happy. I worked so hard at getting this deer. And I'm like 2 miles in right now. So I'm going to pack them out. But I tracked here 2 different days and still hunted one.
And I think I jumped him with a doe, but I just saw him with a buck. So I don't know, maybe I had two bucks, maybe one was smaller. But I got really lucky, and I knew they were in here, and I know there's some that are going to be way bigger than him in here. But dude, you got to be kidding me! All I wanted to do was shoot a deer, a doe even, and I have doe tags here with my grandfather's gun. It was just something that this was like spiritual and meaningful, and yeah, we did it. It's I can't tell you the feeling I have right now from it. It's like this just not only made the year, but it made everything for me. But I don't know. I love my pump. Everybody knows I love my pump and I like my bar, but this thing is wicked. Tracked back in this gully like 2 different days, and then I still hunted yesterday, and I did about 4 to 5 miles yesterday, and I cut all the way through. Could not find a buck, but I did jump two does. Found their tracks, found their sign. I knew they were in here. And there's a lot of people here in these gullies. There's just a ton of people. So I ended up saying, okay, I'm going to Jersey. I have today and tomorrow is for PA and for New Jersey 6-day shotgun season. So I said, let me head down there, see if we could connect with a buck. I don't know what came over me, but at the last split second, my head's like, what are you thinking? You know there's bucks here. Why would you leave that area? You know they're there. Okay, so change that, put the shotgun down, grab the 35. This is something I wanted to do with this gun. It was meaningful. And I ended up packing up. I already had everything packed, but I had all the heavy gear. It's 19 degrees. It is frigid. My fingers are numb right now. And I got everything ready. I said I'm staying dark to dark. Took 2 hours to get here to where I want to be. Never been on this ridge at all, actually. I just knew they were in this gully here coming through. I sat there. I changed my seat. I was gonna actually sit over a little bit, but instead I just kind of shifted over so in case they come behind me, I could get a crack at them. But I didn't think I'd really get a crack at them because they would hear me and see me. I literally look over and I see him coming down the ridge with another buck behind him, but I think the one behind him had a small beam. I know it had a curl like this, but I couldn't tell what. And I just was like, whatever, I don't even care at this point. I see him and I see how big the curl is, and I'm like, I've been struggling, I've been tracking, I've been still hunting, I've been posting, I've been doing high peaks in the Catskills, and I haven't seen a buck rifle season. This is the first buck I saw rifle season other than tracking, and they were far running and I had no shot. He came over the gully here and he's just coming down his crest, and I'm right there. I'm right next to a bed. That's where I sat. And as soon as he came over, I was going to pull the trigger, and I said, let me check the one behind him. I look again. He was smaller. By the time I went to go shoot at this one, he was behind this little knoll here of rock, outcrop, and I had no choice. I swung. I had to turn around, lift up, and I could just barely see his back. Literally like that much. I put it right on his neck, and I shot, and he collapsed. But I couldn't tell he collapsed because I was trying to run up here. I thought I like wounded him or something. So I got up. I was gonna try to chase after him, and when I came up, he was down. And oh my gosh, I'm like, I'm freaking out right now. I'm freaking out. One of the best emotions I've had in a long time, because I wanted to kill a gun. I wanted to harvest a deer with this gun for so long, for 2 years now, 3 years. I just never took it out. I always take the pump. I love the pump, or I love my bar. But man, this is some meaningful stuff. And being that I got him up in the neck here, I got a perfect deer full of meat that my family's going to enjoy for so long. I'm so thankful that this animal gave his life up for us. He's wide too. Man, when I saw him coming through and I saw that beam like that curled and I saw these points, I said, oh, he's legal. I was just so happy. I was like, oh my gosh. Got my tag filled out, so I'm going to put that on him right now. Order him up out back here. All right. Oh, man. Love it, man. Love it. I love this deer hunting. I go nuts for it. Ah, thank you, buddy. So I just want to say one thing. This buck is so meaningful to me, and my mouth is starting to freeze up. I've been taking video and pictures and all that, but everything is just ice cold, ice cold. But it's like spiritual here, right? You know, I pray a lot. So I have my grandfather's 35. Never shot a deer with it, never had the opportunity to, or didn't want to shoot does. I had this hat that is shot, and you guys probably know the hat. I wore it in so many videos. I shot almost every buck with this hat on me, since I don't even know. I was a kid. I used to rabbit hunt with it, pheasant hunt with it, and then I went into deer hunting with it. And I haven't been carrying it so I got my new Big Woods Bucks hat, and I like it a lot. I love it actually. And I shot a few deer. This is the third buck with it now. I think I got second or third. And today I said, you know what? I got to take it. So I took the hat. I have my grandfather's rifle, and I have my wife's grandfather's Western knife. And I love this thing. It's like a rosewood or cherry wood handle. And I just feel like when I have all of it together, I have my dad's belt too, by the way, that he gave me. I feel like they're all with me here in a sense, and living on kind of thing. All right, time to load up everything. This is where that frame pack comes in real handy. You don't have a good frame pack, and there's a lot of them out there that are really good. You just need to find one for you. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. There's a lot of gear here. I was gonna make a fire like 12 times. Couldn't feel my fingers so many times. I just kept shoving my hand inside the cavity of the deer like the Revenant. But this just goes to show you can't always do what other people do. Like if you're seeing people tracking or still hunting or whatever they're doing, your region, you have to look at what's going on. Like I still hunted and tracked PA here 3 times this year. That's all I had out here. New York, I did it, I think 3 times or 2 times with the rifle, 2 or 3. I didn't have many days out. I didn't have much time out. I didn't scout. And my scouting was yesterday and on the snow. Really, that was the only days I went out when there was snow down in PA. So I knew these deer were so spooked. I had to change up the tactics. So I came in here, took 2 hours to get here with the heavy pack, and brought close to post all day. Brought hot tea that keeps you hot and warm on the inside. And I really don't want to shoot a doe. Oh my gosh, if I see a doe, it's gonna be pretty bad. But I love the meat. My family loves the meat. So, but anyway, that's what I'm talking about. You have to kind of assess every situation, and every buck, every deer is different too. That's the big part of it. Like I could see what these deer are doing and where they were. I did 5 miles yesterday. I saw where the deer were pre-hunting season, and I saw them now. And I was able to make an assessment, and it just worked out. Doesn't always work out, but it did, and paid off. It's like I was supposed to be in Jersey today, and then I was supposed to be in like 12 other locations on this giant 5-mile, 8-mile stretch. And Pennsylvania Big Woods paid off, and now I got to pack him out. And thank God it's not like the Catskills; it's all vertical. Well, no joke, I'm wrapping this up. I can't believe I'm even out here this far in with my knee. The second to last time I got stuck almost back here. I couldn't get out. And up in the Catskills, I had the same issue. The boots I was wearing were real heavy, really affecting it. But I'm just wrapping the heck out of it and make it nicey nice. And if I can tuck this in like this. That's how I'm gonna run this one. Just like that, because I don't want anybody to shoot at me. So if I have it like this, I have a funny feeling I'll be a lot safer. All right, well, so that's the best I came up with. Holy shit. That's heavy packed in. That's packed in there. So basically covering a deer with all my gear, waterproof gear on top of that. Another pack here. Nothing like a bad knee to make you feel good in the morning. Well, that's that. We're up. That's the hardest part once you get up. When you go to stop and take breaks, try to find rocks that are high enough to sit the pack on. Okay. It's good. And then one to jump. Tightened. I'm going to be carrying this one out, which is still not light. No, it'd be pretty good if I could do that. I find this to be one of the easiest ways. I've done this a bunch of times. Front pack, backpack. And, I don't know. None of it's easy. So that's what I'm talking about. That takes that pressure right off.